Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 37 in my Automate Everything Minecraft series. In today's episode, we are going to be diving a little bit deeper into the mod IndustrialCraft 2, and we are going to be making a few machines and incorporating them into the Applied Energistics machine so that we can automate some more stuff from the mod IndustrialCraft 2. Now, first off, there are a few machines I would like to make, and those would be the compressor. So I want to make, and I don't want to use granite. Wait, is that actually cobblestone? Or is it just any stone? I think it's any stone. Yeah. So anyways, stone. That's how we want the recipe to be. I would also like to make a macerator. And a lot of these, or a few of these machines anyways, are pretty simple to make. So, yeah, circuit, basic machine casing, cobblestone, and flint. Pretty easy stuff. And then a canning machine, and I actually already have that automated. So I would actually like to grab 4 of each of these, so let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully we can get these out rather quickly. And then macerator, and then compressor. Okay, so I'm actually crafting a couple of the high voltage solar arrays right now because I would like to have more power available to me, and hopefully those are done by the end of the episode. Basically, the higher tier solar arrays are just essentially surrounded by the lower tier, or the tier lower than them, and then a transformer in the middle. So a high voltage solar array is just a medium voltage solar arrays with a high voltage transformer in the middle. So that's how you make that. I've got another one of those crafting. I guess one of them is already done. So let's get our macerator, and then I would also like to give these some transformer upgrades. And so I would like to put 3 in each one. So I've got 12 machines here plus a 13th machine, which I would like to add some more transformers. So 13 times 3 is 39. So let's do 40 of these things. Also, I would like to make some overclocker upgrades. And I actually have some already made, but in the future I would like to automate this. To make these, I set up kind of a primitive testing system, and it seemed to work out pretty well, but I would like to totally automate them so where I could just come over here to the Applied Energistics machine or the Applied Energistics system and say, hey, I want some overclockers. Now the thing that makes these complicated is not this right here, but to get the coolant cells, you need IndustrialCraft 2 coolant. And let's see if we can't find this coolant here. To make that, we need to throw water and lapis lazuli dust in a fluid canning machine to get the coolant, and then you actually have to take that coolant and put it into some sort of either fluid crafter or into buckets, and then you can craft this right here. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, how to do that completely automatically this episode, but for right now I'm not gonna worry about it just yet. Let's grab some cable, some glass fiber cable, and let's go down here. So I'm going to be placing these machines right in this wall here, and that means I'm going to have to actually move this because that's going to be in the way. Unfortunately, I don't have any more channels to be used on this particular conduit or a branch of the Applied Energistics system, so I really do need this to find a way to an ME interface. You know what? I might just have, instead of having 4 fluid canning machines, I might just have 2. So that could solve the issue. So like, for example, I would have a fluid canning machine here, and say like on the back side. Okay, so we will need to get rid of this because we need our glass fiber cable to be here. So let's go ahead and lay that down. I will be swapping out this CESU hopefully in this episode for a better battery, but for right now it's gonna have to do. Okay, I'm miscounting in my head. I thought I was one ME interface short, but I'm not. So let's do a compressor and then a macerator. And I didn't lay down my glass fiber cable down here. Okay, so what just happened was I did not put the transformer upgrades in those machines. Holy crap, that scared me. Sorry about that, if it scared you too. But what happened was this machine right here has transformer upgrades. This is providing 128 EU per tick, which is too much voltage for the machines. And I hooked them up to the energy system and they went boom. So I need to make sure not to do that again. And I also need to rebuild a couple machines. Oh my goodness. I 100% did not intend to do that. So I need a compressor, and I actually don't need one of these because I was already not going to have 4 of them. Wow. Okay, let's try this again. So I obviously will only have the one extractor here, so I actually need to get rid of this torch, and then let's do compressor here, there and there, and then let's actually get our transformer upgrades if they're done yet. They are. And I want 3 of them in each machine, and we can use our scroll wheel to do this. And then I would also like to have 8 overclockers in each machine. And what overclockers do is they speed up the machine, but they also increase the power usage by a lot. And it depends on how many overclockers you have in. So for example, as we go up, we see that the increased power is increased quite a bit. So this will be using 43 times the energy that it would normally use, but it operates a lot faster. About 20 times faster, actually. So that's why we're doing that. So let's go ahead and also stick this one down. In addition, I do need to have auto output upgrades, which I do not have crafted. So let's actually automate those real fast. Totally forgot about that until just now. So let's go to... Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, so let's look for the upgrades. Don't see them quite yet. Okay, so here they are. We need the ejector upgrade is what it's called, and it's just a piston surrounded by 10 plates. So that's pretty easy. Let's dump that in here. And then let's grab some of these. So we'll need 12 of them. Actually, we'll need 10 of them. So let's grab the 10. I should have everything I need. Or I should have the 10 plates, so that didn't take very long. And for these upgrades, you can configure them in different ways. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So to configure them, right now it will just eject to the first valid side. That's not what we want, because we could have, say, the compressor accidentally eject into whatever machine's beside it, and we don't want that to happen. So what we do is we shift and then we right click. So these are now configured to eject to the bottom side. So for example, I will need to put an ejector upgrade in this machine, and we only need one. I did not mean to do that. And then let's configure the other ones. This will be top side, and then this will be west side, and then we'll need to do east side as well. East side, cool. So right now we need, this one needs to be an east side, and this one needs to be a top side. And now let's put in our macerators. Top side, 3, and then 8. This will need to be east side, because they need to eject into the ME interfaces. 3, 8, and east side. And then we do need to make sure that this cannot output the rubber into here. Okay, 3, 8, and then to the bottom. Fantastic. Now let's do the ones in around behind. So first off is the compressor. Once again, 3, 8, and to the west side. And then our macerator. 3, 8, and to the west side. And you know what? I feel like I actually need to put more transformer upgrades in these, because I feel like I need a fourth one, because right now this is 2 tiers lower than what I'm going to be going for. I'm going to try to replace the CESU with an MFSU, and that's actually 2 tiers higher. So just to be safe, let's go ahead and throw in a 4th transformer upgrade into all of these machines. Cool, I got it. And that one does not need an ejector upgrade because that's what the impulse item duct is for. Okay, cool. It seems like I have all of them. So let's go ahead and do the canning machines now. One will be here, and this one will be in the canning mode. This has several different modes. This one, like I said, will be in the canning mode. And this one can be set up to be the west side, and then the other one needs to be the east side. And then this one needs to be east side. Now the canning machine back here will be set up to not actually have this, because I think I'm gonna have to do some routing, because I would like this one to be the fluid enriched one. So what I need to do is I need to get water into it. So to do that, let's set up a little pool here. And then I need an aqueous accumulator. And then fluid duct. And then another water bucket. So how this is going to work is put a fluid duct here, and then this should provide fluid for the canning machine. And then this will be the canning machine that we will use to make our overclockers, hopefully. Hopefully I'll figure this out. In the meantime, okay, I have all the transformer upgrades and everything. We need to, what do I need? I need to hook up the power, I think. I think this time when I hook this up, we won't see any explosions. So up here, let's actually take this up. And I do need access to this impulse item duct, I believe, for the canning machine. So unfortunately, this is going to get kind of hairy. Okay, they didn't explode this time. Yeah, these should have power. These ones will not yet because I did not place all of this down. Hopefully nothing explodes. Cool. Let's grab some stone. Okay, so what can we make with this stuff? Right now, I would like to make, like I said earlier, an MFSU, which is an extremely good battery. So let's take a look at what is required to make that. So we need these Lapotron crystals. First off, so to make Lapotron crystals, you need lapis lazuli dust, advanced circuits, which aren't too complicated, and energy crystals. Now, energy crystals are pretty easy to make, actually, but we need that compressor that I just made. So I need some energium dust. Let's craft up some of that. And we need 9 to make our recipe. So, whoops. There we go. Except, like I said, we need 9. And what is that Enderman doing there? So hopefully, if we throw these in here, we should see 2 crystals be made and then thrown into the Applied Energistics system. So we do have the 2 crystals right here, and they do stack, which is neat. In the past, they haven't stacked. I think as of 1.12, they have stacked. Either that or 1.10, I'm not sure. Anyways, that makes carrying them a lot nicer. So let's throw this recipe in here, and then let's make our MFE, which is a battery that is a higher tier than the CESU, which I'm currently using, but a lower tier than the MFSU, which I am going to be making. So we need the we need the crystals. And for whatever reason, when I shift clicked, that did not work, but this should. So let's go ahead and, I actually think I put this in the wrong one. Yes, I did. I need that in the compressor. So let's go ahead and see if we can't make an MFE. And that shouldn't take too long. Cool, we have one now. So let's try to make an MFSU. Okay, first off, let's make these Lapotron crystals. We do need a regular crystal, and we need the advanced circuits. So let's go ahead and make those real fast. Okay, so I don't have any circuits made, so I'm going to have to throw this in here first. And we should have a crystal laying around, so that's cool. Now let's make 6 of these, because that is what is required for the MFSU. Actually, let's just make 10 because it's easier to click. Okay, so let's go back. We need an advanced machine casing. So that's a little more complicated here. I don't have... Do I have steel automated? I'm not sure if I do or not. I do not. So there are probably different ways to automate the steel here, but there should be an easier one using the Ender IO or the induction smelter, actually. Okay, so 4 pulverized coal with an iron ingot. That is charcoal. Okay, 1 iron ingot makes 1 steel. Cool. And that needs to be in the induction smelter, which is right here. Let's go ahead and tell the system to make some steel. Yeah, 1,000 steel should be good. And then we can make our steel plates, which I believe I should be able to make in the... not the compressor, but these machines, and I forget what they're called. Compactors. And it looks like I can, so that's good. That Enderman is bothering me. Okay, so 1-to-1 ratio, that's our steel plates. And then, what don't I make a whole lot of? The aluminum plates. I won't be making those very often, so let's throw that in there. Now we can get back to this. Okay, so we need the steel plate. We need carbon. So to make this, we need pulverized coal. Okay, and then to make... Whoops, it's just this. We need these raw carbon meshes. And then I think we need to throw those in the compressor, and then we can make the carbon plates. So let's go ahead and dial up that recipe, or get ready to make that recipe anyways. Boom. Fantastic. Whoops. And that should be carbon plate. That needs to go in the compressor. Okay, let's see. What else do we need? We need these advanced alloys, and they are made with mixed metal ingots, which are pretty easy to make. We need to take these, and then we need to shove these in the compressor. Boom. So we should have the advanced alloy. And that needs to go in the compressor once again. So let's see, what don't we have yet? So we actually need to make this thing. So that's pretty easy. Do I have everything I need? Nope. I probably don't have the basic machine casing made up. So we need the advanced. Okay, so I think that's just about everything. I just need the MFE, which goes in the middle there. Okay, and that goes in there. Let's try to make this thing. So 1 MFSU. Boom. So let's see if our solar arrays are made yet, and they are. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to replace the battery, and to remove IndustrialCraft machines without breaking them, we need a IndustrialCraft wrench. It's just called a wrench, pretty basic. And so we need to remove the CESU, and we're just going to place down the MFSU exactly where that was. And it needs to be facing the same way. So boom. I didn't think those solar arrays would work at night. Apparently they are, or not at night, but during the rain. Apparently they are. So let's go ahead and throw this in the system, and then I am going to be replacing the solar arrays out there with these two right here. And in the future I will probably build even more of these solar arrays and place them in a strip back here, but for right now I'm not. I believe that I can break these without actually like destroying them with the pickaxe, because they are not actually from the mod IndustrialCraft 2. They are from Compact Solar Arrays, which is an add-on mod. So hopefully everything seems to be working well now. I should have quite a bit of power. Let's go check that out. And now let's focus on making those overclocker upgrades. So what I need to do is I need to get some lapis lazuli dust. And I need to find a way to get buckets over to the canning machine, I believe. Actually, you know what? Let's use a fluid transposer. I think that might work better. Just because I won't accidentally blow things up if I make a dumb mistake like I did earlier. So let's grab some flux duct. The biggest problem I'm having in trying to come up with a way to do this is I don't have any channels to provide buckets for my fluid transposer. And it's causing me some grief. Let me see what I can do as far as, can I get another channel over there somehow? Okay, so we're not connected up here. Where are we? I think it might be the orange. It is not the orange. It can't be the orange. Now I don't even know where I'm connected, or where it's connected up to the Applied Energistics system. It might be through the floor here. I bet it is. No, actually, I actually think it's the orange cable. I'm not sure where exactly. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the orange cable. So let's see if we can reduce some of the channels that we use in here. Okay, so we have some export buses there. We do need that. You know what? Let's try. Actually, let's put this at active with signal and basically turn it off. So hopefully I don't super need that one. And that should provide us with one extra channel to play with. Because I kind of need that channel. Because I need a way to get buckets over here. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to do a little bit of digging. This is a mess. There's no other way to describe this right now. Okay, so yeah. I kind of forgot already what I did right there. Do these have outputs in the back? Yeah. Okay, so I should, I believe, be able to connect up right here to this orange cable. Yeah, I should, because we have dense ME conduit right there. So I should be able to run this over, and I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this. Okay, so what's gonna happen is the lapis lazuli dust is going to be inputted into this machine right here, and it will be 8 at a time. So let's do 16 real fast. Actually, let's just do 8. So when this is inputted into here, fluid enrich mode, yes, we should get the IC2 coolant, and we need to pipe that out to, I think, a fluid transposer. And what we can do is have said fluid transposer be right here. And then it needs to be input output to the left, if I got my faces right, yes, and then input from the right. So the buckets will not come from the left. That won't work. That's why I have this. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to grab some signalum plated item duct, and I actually want to make this into the impulse version, so we should just be able to do that. Okay, so there we go. I should only need one of these because, and unfortunately this is getting a little hairy. What I need to do is I need to replace this right here . Actually, no, I don't. I don't even need to do that at all. Because what I can do is I can input the buckets from another side, maybe. Say the bottom. So to the left should just be an output. Okay, and the bottom should be the input. Okay, so we need an export bus here. And how I'm going to do this is this will just always have buckets in it. So let's do a crafting card and then an acceleration card. And then I already have the buckets with me, so I need some covered cable. Since we're using the orange version, let's go ahead and use the orange version again. So this will need to be here with the export bus. Here, crafting card, buckets. And then we need to find a way to connect this up to this up here. I think what I'm going to do is run this something like this. So theoretically, we should have buckets coming into here at some point. And then I need to be able to get the IC2 coolant over here. So let's grab some fluid duct. And we do want this, the best variety. Let's grab a servo. And then let's lay this out. This needs to be always on. Okay, so this does have buckets in it now. That's good because that's what we wanted to see. That should give us buckets of IC2 coolant. Cool. So I really cannot get out of here. So that should actually be just what I need to make this work. Because now what I can do is say 8 of these equals a bucket of IC2 coolant. And I need to redo that. Okay, so if this is all done correctly, if I throw this pattern in here, I should say, okay, make me some of these guys. Make me 10. Theoretically, the lapis should not go into this fluid canning machine because it's in the wrong mode to accept it into the slot. So theoretically, it should go into this fluid canning machine, and then it should be made into the IC2 coolant, which is then sent to the fluid transposer, which then fills a bucket of IC2 coolant, which appears right here. Cool. That seems to work. So that should make this easy. So now to make the overclocker upgrades, we need to make these guys, but that's just a simple crafting pattern. And then throw these in here. And then finally, we just need to do this. So now we should be able to automatically craft our overclocker upgrades anytime we want. And that is pretty fantastic. I'm in the wrong thing. Whoops. So I think this is a good wrapping up point. In today's episode, I automated some more IndustrialCraft machines and hooked them up to my auto crafting system. That should be pretty nice. I can also make overclockers, transformers, pretty much anything I need, or getting close to anything I need to move forward in the mod IndustrialCraft 2. In the next couple episodes, probably not in the next episode, but in the episode after, hopefully, I will be able to set up some nuclear reactors, and then we can really start cooking with IndustrialCraft 2. Anyways, if you liked today's episode, give it a like. If you enjoy watching automation in modded Minecraft, consider subscribing to my channel because that's kind of what I do. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.